Are you looking to come out of your debt, increase your savings, improve your financial life? If yes, I'm going to do a book review on one of the best books I have read in personal finance. My name is Sijith Salim and I'm the host of the online show Caterpillar to Butterfly. And in this episode, I'm going to review this book, First Steps to Wealth by Dani Johnson. I hope you can see this, right? Every author approaches a topic differently. So there are countless number of finance book, health book, relationship book, any topic, you name it, you have it. But every author has a certain teaching method. They approaches things differently. So if you look at finance as a topic, you have Dani. Then you can go for a Dave Ramsey, you can go for a Susie Orman or a Tony Robbins or n number of people. Harvey Eckert, The Millionaire Mind, and then there are other folks in the market as well. Great minds, great books, great material, and they approach things differently. On one side, someone may be talking about spreadsheet, budgeting, hardcore tactics. You have to take this percentage, move this, and that is the primary objective of their goal. On the other side, you may have somebody who is more like vibration, harmonious with your thinking, law of attraction, gratitude, mindfulness, and they come to they approach money in that direction. I felt Dani's book is purely. I think she is straightforward, she is authentic, and she is honest. I really felt a connection with her personal story of how she started. She tells about her childhood and the struggle she went through, and then her homelessness life, the time she got homeless, and like all the marriage issues that she went through. There was authenticity in it, and I was able to connect to the book and connect to her as well. She approaches in a direct and to the point way, but she manages both personal development and wealth strategies as well. Because in general, any personal development topic, right, like be better communicator, increase your focus, or improve your negotiation skills, become an entrepreneur, start a business. Many of the or become an entrepreneur, start a business is more on the money side. But let's say another topic of personal development is confidence, self-esteem, gratitude, the power of giving. All these things lead to getting the all these things leads to the finance, right? So she covers that in very well detail. She starts with what she calls the four laws, or not the laws actually. She said that she had a mentor whom she connected with, and they gave them four requirements, which is no excuses, no opinions and suggestions, which means that just do what is told to do, follow directions, which is just do what is to do, and then get training, learn and be better. This is the advice she got from somebody who she was looking to get mentored and get help with, which I think I totally related. Sometimes we handpick what we want, but we have to be careful as well, right? Sometimes we do want to handpick because sometimes some strategies may not relate, or they may not have the clear expertise. But if you know it is right, you should just do it, right? There should not be any dabbling on that. Then she goes into laws of successes, which she has 12 laws of success. I really enjoyed that part of the book, and she goes into real detailed of in each of those laws of successes. I think the laws of focus was the law of focus was really helpful. It was really good about how to focus and things like that. Law of promotion was good. I think she mentioned that you do good in what is near you, and then that helps you to get you better and be better in next time, but better in other areas. So that I thought was really helpful. And then she goes a lot into rapport building, relationship building. How do you build connections, and all those details. So that was really good. Again, personal development, obviously, any improvement in your life will improve the value that you provide, and then that also leads to generating wealth. So I think those sections were pretty much on the high level. She did talk about entrepreneurship, and she also talks about employepreneur, which is how do you become an employee but you are thinking as an entrepreneur at your business, at your full-time job, which I thought was very helpful for me because I have a full-time job and I'm hoping that I can be an entrepreneur in my life as well as my next transition. So many of the lessons that she told was very helpful for me, and I think I'm really going to apply that at my job starting tomorrow. And then she goes into start of the entrepreneur. So she goes there. She tells into a little more of ways to grow the business. I like this fact because she went into, I think I see a structure of pattern. Like she goes into reducing the debt and increasing the savings and everything at a later chapter. She started with personal development, then she went to entrepreneurship and like personal development and influencing communication areas. Then she went to entrepreneurship. She did that, and then she slowly transitioned to money, right? So, and she has a chapter on war on debt, which I think it's a full-fledged program. I haven't done it. I'm looking forward to do it actually, but I felt this chapter was spot on to me. I'm really going to reread that chapter again, the war on debt. And she actually listed 7 steps to cutting debt, which I thought was brilliant. I'm going to revisit this, and definitely I'm going to put this into action because I really want to reduce my debt, right? I think one of the things that she said is that, when we buy unnecessary things, you are actually making other people's kids rich while your kid is poor. It really hit me hard on that point. And then she also said that you should pass your money like fortune. I think she used one word like that, not your debt to your kids, right? Which was really touching, because if I have a lot of debt in my life. If today was my last day of my life, then I'm going to pass on my debts to my kids, right? That really hurts. Right? So I think there were some of those moments where it really touched me, and that also brought me about decision. She has a topic of which I think one of her 12 laws actually on power of decision. Law of decision is that you make a decision, you commit. And many times she was telling a lot of stories which made me feel committed to decide that I need to come out of debt, right? So one of the projects I'm working on is wake up debt free. I want to wake up one day thinking that I don't have any credit card debt, I don't owe any car payments, I don't have any loan, no debt, everything is paid off. What a beautiful day that will be, right? Yeah. But I'm working on that. And it just made me really commit to that project that I'm working on to come out debt. And then she goes into, once she go in depth on, in depth on war on debt, then she goes into, investments, and then she goes into various investment. I think she did that investment section, but obviously she focused a lot on adding value already in her book, and I thought that was good. And also she actually did a lot of work on entrepreneurship, and she explained the laws and everything. So again, there are books written just on the debt part, right? And then there are books written just on the savings part. But here it's just a chapter. But I think obviously just one book, this much good book. She pretty much covered most of the contents. And then she gives about the God factor, which is the value of a divine, and how the God and the higher power is involved in money and your life, which I thought was an interesting read. And also she talked about giving, and she mentioned that which I think is one of the previous lessons. At least every $10, give $1 to giving back, which I thought was good, because sometimes I feel, do I need a lot of money to add to give back? But just $1 per $10, give it back. It will come back to you. And that was a good lesson. I finished this book in one day completely. Like I started reading a little bit. I read earlier, but I started today morning. Usually I do reading using speed reading because I know speed reading, so that's how I'm able to read books faster and finish one book per week. But this book I did not do speed reading. For majority of the book I was reading line by line, which I typically don't do, because I was really connected with the author, the writing that she's doing and the story she's telling, and I really wanted to stick. So I did take a couple of breaks, right? So morning I did half an hour, afternoon I did like another half an hour, and then evening I did, morning I did like 20 to 25 minutes, and then evening I did like almost 1 hour to read it. But I think it's great. She talks a lot of training programs and courses, which is expected, because you would want to say about your programs and courses, which I'm definitely going to check out. But first thing first, I would like to take action on what is inside this book. And I think for me is two things. I think couple of things that entrepreneurship, the employeepreneur concept is very beautiful. I want to go back and reread it. The war on debt concept is very important. I'm going to go through again. She talked about power of focus. I really liked it. I'm going to go back to that and again reread that the 12 laws of success. Maybe have skimmed it. I'll go back to it again, and then I'm going to review some of this notes, some of the what she has mentioned here, because I may have skimmed certain sections, but I'm going to go back again. Definitely a great read. You can get this book in Amazon. I got it from eBay for low. It is any kind of very less cost compared to the one in Amazon. So check out. You can actually get it, but definitely read it. I totally recommend her book. And by the way, I don't get any compensation for any recommendations I do. It's just I'm just reading. I just want to share, just adding value to your life. Hopefully, if this helps you, I'm happy. Right. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel by pressing the bell icon. And if you want to get more of these videos, please join my inner circle by going to sijithinnercircle.com. You can see the link in the description below. I do 2 videos per week. One Wednesday, which is a weekly book review, and then next one on the Sunday, which is a primary topic on communication. While I also cover mindset, health and wellness, relationship, leadership, and productivity, and other personal development topics. Thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate you being with me. I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.